All right, everybody, the next series of exercises is extremely important at my dojo. We use them in just about every single class, and they take you literally from the beginning all the ways up to, from your first class, all the ways up to the shodan level in our martial arts, in regard to the requirements for basic striking. So while new students are learning the sequence and learning the series of exercises, they're also learning core fundamental movement and basics. So we don't really want to get in there and just blast through these and get a good solid cardio workout without paying attention to proper movement. So for this first level, for the basic level, we're going to go really slow. We're going to look at fundamental movement, and we're going to look at low rep but slow rep. So in other words, we're not going to be doing 20 or 30 or 40 of each strike. We're only going to do 10. And we're going to do them slow, we're going to do them deep, we're going to do them correct, and that's most important. And once a student memorizes this and you're able to get through these from start to finish, then what you're able to do on your own during your own training here is to ramp up that speed a little bit, ramp up that power, and bring your rep levels up as you increase your stamina and your cardio. And you become stronger, you become more flexible, you're able to move better, and you can just build this up a little bit. Ideally at the shodan level though, the series of exercises that I'm about to show you, you should be able to get through in about 5 minutes time and at 20 strikes, 20 techniques per strike, or 20 count. So let's get started. The first technique that we're going to start with is going to be from the Kotoryu Seigan no Kamae. And pretty much all of the techniques, starting with the upper body movements, are going to be from that kamae. So we begin back. I'm going to go through it first. In a deep kamae, make sure this lead foot is pointing directly at the target ahead of you. We're going to start off with ski, or with basic lunge punch. Now, just because of the frame of the camera, I'm going to be bringing my lead foot back and then advancing my rear foot into the step. But of course, there are a lot of different ways that you can do this on your own training. You could just keep advancing forward. You can advance back with each strike. You can leap with each strike, or you can just switch your feet as I'm going to be doing for this demonstration. But again, for the demonstration, throughout all the movements, well, most of them anyways, I'm going to be switching my feet right here just because of the width of the frame and what I'm allowed. So let's get started. The first movement is going to be your thrust. Then from here, we're going to strike with a reverse punch to the stomach, then a jab to the stomach, then a reverse punch to the head, and then a jab to the head. And then I shift my body weight back to Seigan no Kamae. Then again, I'm going to do that strike. Again, we're going slow here now. I don't want you to go fast when you're learning this, because you'll go too fast, right? You'll pass your mistakes, you won't be able to see your mistakes, and then it's going to be meaningless movement. So from here, reverse punch, jab, reverse punch, high, jab. Body weight shifts back, and then strike again. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now from here, without stopping our momentum, we go into shikan ken ski. This is going to be a middle knuckle fist striking to the abdominal level. So here, strike. Body weight's low, deep, knees tracking over the foot. Body weight comes back to Seigan. Knee. San. Shi. Go. Rok. Shich. Hutch. Hoop. Next is Shuto. So for the next 10, it will be omote Shuto. So all your fundamentals should be in place here. I lift the elbow up, I step in and I strike omote Shuto. Come my back. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Roku, Shich, Hach, Ku, Ju. Then immediately to Ura Shuto. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Rok, Shich. Keep those hips low. Ku, and Ju. You notice through my movement, I'm not lifting up and dropping down. My center is staying at the same level throughout each strike. Next is receiving, jodan Nagashi. So each body weight goes down deep and low, receive up. Switch, drop back, receive up. San, make these large, Gokyo no kata style receiving techniques. Very exaggerated, large circular blocks. Shich. Hach, hit the hips very low too. Ku and Ju. Now we'll go gedan Nagashi. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Roku, Shichi, Hach, Ku, and Ju. That completes the first half of this warm-up exercise. Now we're going to go into kicking, lower body exercises. First is going to be Zenpo Keri. With this basic, you want to make sure you get your knee to your chest and you push forward with the foot, kicking. Now, when we do this, foot goes out and then comes back in. For the more advanced students, we want to do the kick and hold it and then bring it back. So here, once, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is just a mid-level kick. Left leg, once, 2, 3, 4. No power, just warm up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So, as I explain this exercise, it's like you have a table or a barrier in front of you. You lift the knee up, kick, bring it back and put it down. Don't let the leg drop like that. Obvious, basics, fundamentals, of course. But again, going back to the introduction, with my beginner students, they're actually learning these fundamentals in their warm-up sequence and not even realizing this. This is really important, that we drill a lot of these fundamentals in the warm-up, and we remind our intermediate and more advanced students of some of these particulars that we expect in their basics. So, following the front kick is going to be Sokuho Keri. This is going to be a side kick where we go to behind the shoulder, the toes are pointing up, and we kick straight outward at a mid-level as well. Again, we're just getting warmed up here. If you want to go higher for the more advanced students, that's up to you. If you want to go lower for the younger students, of course, you know your students. I don't. But for my class, we always try to keep it at that middle level. So, following the front kick, we go right into Sokuho Keri. So, ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shich, hach, ku, and Ju. Opposite side, once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep those knees bent, 8, 9, 10. Good. And now from here we go to Koho Keri. Basic back kick. Remember, the striking points to the heel, you want to keep the knees bent. The more you engage in hip flexors, the higher your range of motion is going to be. Koho Keri. Once, twice, 3. Now you notice I'm returning to shizen between each one, putting a little more tax on my legs. Instead of just firing, we can do this. but I like to come back to a natural position. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay with me, guys. Left leg. Once, put that weight on this leg. 2, san, keep that eye contact behind. Go, rope, shik, hutch, kyu, ju. Good. Next version is to drop straight down, keeping the hands in front of you, and eye contact behind. So, all the ways down, once, kicking straight up, heels to the ground, stand. 2, drop forward, eye contact behind you, kick straight up. 3, 4, go, rope, shik, hutch, ku, ju. Left leg, uchi. Left leg, uchi. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Rope. Notice how I'm keeping it up there for a second. Chich. Hutch, ku, ju. Make sure you keep eye contact behind you when you're doing those. Next is Kakushi Keri. Bend the knees, each, knee, san, shi, go, rope, shi, hut, kyu, ju, switch, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rope, shi, hut, kyu, ju. Next is Keri Kaishi. Ich, ni, san, shi. So what I'm doing here is I'm opening my groin and sinking my hips down. Kind of like a sumo shikkou, but not quite as much. So my leg's coming up parallel to this leg. Both are at the 45. So I shift, both feet are now parallel. Lift my knee, open, and back down to the 90, or the 245s. Shift, knee up, open wide, sink the hips. Shift, knee up, open. And then one movement. And this is a basic warm-up that we do, following our immediate warm-up routine, but for striking fundamentals. Super important stuff.